Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Horizon of Science. So in today's class we are gonna study about plant tissues, in which we are going to study about meristematic tissue. So previously we have seen in organization of living beings when similar kinds of cells, mean to say the cells which are similar in structure and function, when they join together, when they form a group or combine together, they form tissues. And when the different kind of tissues they join together, they give rise to an organ. And when different organs they work in coordinated manner, they form organ system. And different organs, when they work in coordinated manner, they form organisms. So here in this topic we are going to focus on tissues. So here, as I have already told, the cells when they join together, means similar kind of cells, they give rise to tissues. So what are tissues basically? So a group of cells that have similar structure and perform similar functions are organized to form a tissue. For example, a leaf is made up of different tissues. Like in a plant, a leaf is an organ or a part of a plant which is made up of epidermis, which protects the leaf, and the leaf also has tissues which prepares food for the plant. And again in the center there are tissues called xylem and phloem. They help in transportation of food and water. So this shows that an organ is made up of different kinds of tissues. So here what I want to say is different tissues are allotted to perform different functions. So let us see the function of different tissues in a plant. So here a flow chart is given. Here we can see the plant tissues are divided into two categories: meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Meristematic tissue is again divided into apical meristematic tissue, lateral meristematic tissue, and intercalary meristematic tissue. Whereas this permanent tissue is again divided into two groups: simple permanent tissues and complex permanent tissues. In simple permanent tissue, parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma comes, and parenchyma is again divided into chlorenchyma and erenchyma. And in complex permanent tissue, there are two kinds of tissue: xylem and phloem. So in this, we are not going to discuss the permanent tissues. We are going to discuss here only about meristematic tissues. So let us begin. In our other videos, we will discuss about permanent tissues. So basically, what is meristematic tissue? A meristematic tissue is a group of young cells that have the capacity of active cell division, and they are found in growing parts of a plant. Now, what are its three kinds? First, let us see. Based on the location, means where are they located, position of location: apical meristematic tissue, lateral meristematic tissue, and intercalary meristematic tissue. These are the three categories, or we can say three kinds of meristematic tissues. So, and they are all found in growing parts of the plant. So what will be the basic characteristic of all these three tissues which fall under the category of meristematic tissue? So let us study it systematically. So suppose in a plant, if it is a meristematic tissue, their cell wall will be very thin. The cell wall, as we know, the cell wall is the outermost covering in the plant cells. So it will be very thin, and inside it there will be a cell membrane or plasma membrane. But here we are talking about this thin cell wall. Their cell wall will be very thin, and inside this cell membrane we know that there is a fluid which is known as cytoplasm. So this cytoplasm will be very dense. Here the cytoplasm will be very dense. So there is a reason for why this cytoplasm is dense. We will discuss that also. And before that, let us see the nucleus, which is located at the center. That will be very prominent, because for the active cell division there is always a requirement of prominent nucleus, because it contains chromosome and genes, everything which is required for the cell division. And children, why the cytoplasm is dense? Because there is no presence of vacuole in meristematic tissues. Means in all these three categories there will be no vacuole. Why? Because the cell takes its nutrition from the dense cytoplasm only for the rapid division. So that's why they divide very fast, as their cytoplasm is very dense and they have a prominent nucleus. So all these qualities will be found in the apical meristematic tissue, lateral meristematic tissue and intercalary meristematic tissue. One more common point, or one more common characteristic between these three kinds of meristematic tissues, apical, lateral and intercalary, is that the cells which form these tissues, I mean to say apical, lateral and intercalary, there will be no gaps between them. See, you can see here in this picture like I am drawing. So the cells will be very small and they will be very compactly arranged. So there will be no gaps between the cells. So the first type of meristematic tissue is apical meristematic tissue. So here we can see the name apical meristematic tissues, means they are located at the apex, means tips. Apex means tips. As you can see here, you might have seen like a small seedling, they grow into a small plant and then small plant always turn into a big tree. So how it happens? It happens because of the apical meristematic tissues. So where are they found? They are found always in shoot tip, means the part of the plant which is located above the ground and the part of plant which is located below the ground. So here in root tip and shoot tip they will be found. So the shoot tip will grow vertically and the root tip will grow vertically down. So vertically up shoot tip and vertically down root tip. So, and they will divide continuously. There will be lack of vacuole in cells and they will be thin cell walled and they will be full of cytoplasm, as we have discussed in the basic characteristics of meristematic tissues. Now the next category of the meristematic tissue is here the lateral meristematic tissue, or we also call it cambium. So where are they found? They found in lateral side of the stem. Means if we cut the transverse section of stem, we can see it. So they will be located between the xylem and phloem. You can see xylem is here and phloem is here. So they are responsible for transportation of water and food. So they will be located between these two tissues. Here you can see a circle, there here it will be located, the cambium. And one more layer of this cork cambium, or you can say meristematic tissue, will be located just beneath the layer of cork. So cork, I think you all understand, the outermost covering of the tree stem. Stem always remain covered with the cork, means just below the layer of your bark of the tree. So what is their function? Their function is to increase the thickness of the plant. So in apical meristematic tissue, what we had seen, that they are because of them the tree is growing in height, means upwards and downwards also, shoot tip and root tip. But here in lateral meristematic tissue they will get the thickness, means the girth of the tree will increase. So laterally they will develop the plant laterally, or they will give, or we can say they will give lateral growth. So here the examples are vascular cambium, which will be located between xylem and phloem here, and one layer will be there just below the bark, that is cork cambium. So the layer which is just below or beneath the bark is called cork cambium. So again, what is their function? Their function is to increase the thickness of the plant. Now next. So next type of meristematic tissue is, the third category is intercalary meristematic tissue. So where are they found? They are found at the internode or in the base of the leaves. So children, what are internodes? The region between the two nodes. Here a node is located and here also a node is located. So the region between the two nodes are called internode, and the intercalary meristematic tissue, they are located just at the base of this leaf, or at the base where a new stem is growing. So or we can say at the base of the leaf. So what is its function? It helps in height growth by elongation of internode. Means this portion will be here, this portion will be elongated, this portion will be elongated, and they will help in elongation of height. So these are the three categories of meristematic tissue. So now together we will see where the apical meristem is located. Here on the tip, like shoot tip, and in my first slide we have seen that they are also located in root tip. Intercalary, they will be always located between two nodes, and they will help in growth of the internodal region. So what is internodal region? The region between two nodes. And lateral meristem, which will help in, see here it is located here, is just beneath the layer of beneath the layer of cork. So they will be located here in these regions. They will be located, and they will help in growth in thickness of the tree. So these are the functions of apical, lateral and intercalary meristematic tissues. Hope you all have understood this very well. And about permanent tissue we will be discussing in our next videos. And if you have liked the video, please subscribe, give a like and share it with those people who really need it. So thank you and bye.